Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to work. This is a Mercedes. This is an ML350 from 2012 to 2015, and also on the GLE. That's from 2016 to 2018. It's going to be on M276 engine. Today we are going to work on a spark plug and ignition coil replacement. To begin, we're going to look at the tools we're going to need for this job. So first of all, you have to have an 8mm, 10mm, E8, E10, the Torx 20 and 30, a flat Phillips, a ratchet, socket extension, magnet, and a paper towel. So what you do, today we are going to work on a spark plug and ignition coil replacement. So they're going to be 3 coils. And then 3 coils on this side, a simple way, and to show you guys how easy it is to do the process. Number 2, you come right over here, you disconnect from here and right from over here. So you remove this just from here, remove right from there too. This one comes like that. And then right here we have one E10, and then behind here we have another one, but this one is already missing, but you have to take this from here and here. Another thing you do is remove this kind of connector right here. You just pull it like that, you take it out. And then another thing, you disconnect from right over here. You just do this, it just comes out like that. Once it comes out, you just push it back, and then we can open this too. And then we take our E10 and then we just open it out like that. Put in a safe place. You do that for the same right here. Once that's done, we push it away from here like that. Just pull like that. Push from behind. It comes out like this. One thing you do, you take out this plastic rubber thing. You just pull it out like that all the way until here. It comes like that. Then you come to the right side, you take this one out, so you just pry from right over here, and then there's just connections. Make sure it comes out from over there, then you pull it out. The same is over here. You just come like this, you just lift it up, you move it from all over there on the corners, take it out, and it comes out like that. So once that's done, we come right over here. We have 8mm right here. And then when you come on top is an 8mm, and then right here too is an 8mm bolt, and then when you come on the side is an 8mm. So to continue, we use our 8mm. Just right here, we open this. And that's that. So I'll get that one later on. And then the second one is just right over here, is an 8mm. So once that's out of the way, you can just take it out. You just take out like that, and then this thing should be able to just come out. We just pull it out like this. It gives us the space right over here. So you come to this other side, you just come to here, there's an 8mm. You can open it from right here. And then once this comes out of the way, that's the only thing holding, and then there's an 8mm right over here. So next you come to this one right over here, you just open it. So once this comes out of the way, just like that, you take it out, and then we take out this thing right from here. So there's this hook right here, so when you're putting it back later on, make sure it locks over here. Same goes to this other side, is this kind of hook which is going to be right over here. When you're putting it back, the other one, make sure it locks over here. And then what remains over here, we have our 8mm, which is going to be here. And when to come to the right over here, we have an 8mm too, so you'll need something flexible to get here. So you just come over here, alright, get it out. so you get it out from there. There's the last one. So when you finish those two, you just come over here. There's a 10mm just under here, and there's another 10mm under right here. I don't know if you can see from the side, right over here. So because it's so tight, what you do, you use the 10mm just like this, a flat. So this comes like this. So once this is out, so we have one last thing right here which is going to block this thing from coming out. So what you do, you just pull it up. Once you pull up like that, you just pull on the side like over there, and then you just lift this thing over here, let it come out, and then you pull it to the side, and then this thing is going to come from this side. So I would like to point out something. When you're taking out this upper thing which comes right on top right here, just look right over here. We have this hose right here. Be careful, don't push it too hard. Just take your time, just push it slowly. Make sure that this section over here just comes from there without a problem, and then try wiggle it around and then just pull it out like that. This thing should come out without a problem. So be careful of this thing, like really, because most of the times it normally breaks up, and then you lose a lot of coolant and stuff, and then you'll have to get a new one like this. So in order not to get a new one, just make sure you just take the thing without just pushing it so hard. Just take your time and it will come out right up without a problem. So once it's done, you see you have enough space to work with this thing right over here. So there's a lot of space for this thing. So first things first, you come right over here, you remove this one right here, just pull like that, you just pull on the side, you just disconnect from right over here like that. Once that's done, you just come right over here, use your flat, you disconnect this right over here, and then you just you pull it out, you let it loose. And then number 3, you come right over here, you can use your flat, or you can just pry it out like that, and then you pull it out. It comes out without a problem. You can just disconnect from it to be loose and free. Alright, another thing, you just come right over here, you remove this, and then you just it comes out like that. You put it on the side. Another important thing, you see this thing yellow right over here, you just pull it like that, it just comes out. I'll show you where this is connected on later on once we finish doing it. So I just pull like that, then it should be good to go for this side. Another thing, you see right here, this thing is locks right here, so you just pull it on the side, and then when you come right in front here, you disconnect this guy right here, you take it out. So what you do, you can use the, because it's so tight, you use the flat Phillips, and then you just use it on both sides, and then once you do, you just pull like that, it should be able to come out, and then you can let it sit on the side right here. Alright, so once that is done, we have one last one right over here. This is the throttle body, just right over here. You can just remove from right over here. Once you do that, it just comes out like that, so you just let it stay on the side. Then finally we come to this other side right over here. So we're going to disconnect two things. We're going to disconnect this right here, it's connected right here, and then we're going to disconnect this one over here right on top. So we can start from this. Alright. It comes out like that. And then you come down here, this one right here, you can disconnect. Alright, you can disconnect like that, and then you can open, so this thing comes out without a problem. So once these two are out of the way, so and then you get your Torx 20, and then you come right here, you see this right here over here. Use your Torx 20, you just open like that. This one comes out of the way, you put it in a safe place, and then you can disconnect this. Just make sure it's just out of the way like that. Next we come right in the middle right here, and then we use our Torx 20. Right here, you use the next one too. So you take them out, so these two, you put it in a nice place, and then we just pry this thing like this from the top. Alright, take a flat Phillips, and then we just pry like that, and then it should come out from the front. Make sure this thing comes from right here, because these clips go right in over here and over right here. So once it's out of the way, it exposes this two Torx 10 E10 is E10 right here and right here, and then the last one is right here, is an E10 down right there, and then the final one is going to be right over right here. So we get our E10s, and then we can open this intake right here. So we take our E10 right here, and then we just go right over here, and then you can open it. Right over here too. Then you go all the way here on the last side. It's a bit tricky, just make sure you have something flexible to let you go in like that. And then once it's all the way in, just align it, and when you align it well, and then this thing aligns to where it's supposed to go, then you can just open it like that. Open like this, take it out. Alright, so once that is done, you come here, you come to the one in the front right here. Right, you just lay the line, and then we can open. Alright, and then you can this by itself, and then you can open everything up. You can do this side too. You can open it all the way. Just takes all the way like that. Just confirm everything is out. And finally, I think this thing is done. So what we do, we can leave this thing slowly. Comes like that, move it like that, and this thing just comes like that without a problem. So this is how it looks like, and this is how our engine looks like when we've already removed the intake manifold. So you can just put this intake on the other side, on the safe place. So once that's out of the way, now we come here to the this pressure, this fuel rail, and then this is kind of like clips. We unclip it. So you can use like a flat Phillips to unclip it from right over there. And then this is going to give us enough space when we're just removing these connectors from the coils to be easy. So if you see this white stuff right here, you just push it back, and then you can just you can press it down. Then this connector is going to give way, and it's going to like open up. So when it's all done, you take your E10, and then you can open these the bolts which are holding ignition coils down. So once that's out of the way, you just you move this ignition just like that on the side, and then there's kind of like a hook thing you hold, and then you can pull it out. So this is the hook you're going to hold, and then you can just give it leverage, and then when you pull it out, it just comes without a problem. So you do that for this one too. So you hold the hook, and then this thing will come without a problem. So once that's out of the way, we have these spark plugs. They're just like all in here, and then right over here, and then lastly on the other side. So we take 14mm. So you can take whichever 14mm you have an extension, a special tool. You just put it all in there, and then you get your own ratchet, and you can just like unscrew it out. And if you have an electric ratchet, it's going to be more faster. So you take your time, and then you can just open it all the way. And then at this point, once you open all these spark plugs, make sure if you can't access all the way in there, you look for kind of like a magnet. And then it's going to help you out, like just access the spark plug to pull it just easily, because sometimes this spot is really tight. So you take that like that. So right here is a bit tight, so I'll get a magnet and then just pull it out. So these are the three on the left side, so I'm going to replace it with the new ones. So I won't put it back, just put it slightly, don't push it so fast, because once it damages the head of the spark plug, it's going to be another problem. So and just like that is our time for our reinstallation. So we just install it back. Don't apply too much pressure because it's just tightening spark plugs. You don't need a lot of force. Just as long as it just tightens, just like snugly, like just tightens in there, you should be good to go. Yeah, so it's always important when you're like tightening it, please don't over tighten it, because once it over torques, we have a problem with that. Alright, now it's time to put our new ignition coils. So you get all of them. So if you're replacing all of them, you just get like that. You just push it in from right here on the handle. So just like that, we finish on this left side. So we just put up back our connectors. You just lock it on in. Make sure when you're connecting connectors, make sure they snap in, like you can hear it locking in. So what it doesn't lock in, that means the thing is not held itself inside, unless of course it's just like this right here, which doesn't have the front part right there, but still has to like click when it just locks in there. And then the last part, make sure all the clips you remove from the fuel rain line, just make sure you put them back. You have this these hooks right here. So what you do, you just lift them up. It's on both sides. So once this is done, we'll move our computer to the side, and then we have this access to this electric ignition coils, which is going to be on the driver's side. So first things first, we just disconnect. Then once that's done, you can just remove these connectors holding into the fuel rain. Then we take our E10, and then we'll remove all these bolts holding the ignition coils. Alright, one more thing, this front right over here, we have to remove this E10, and then also we have to remove this Torx 30, and then once that is done, it gives us some space, because right here in the middle we have this ignition coil is going to like get blocked right here. So once you remove the Torx 30 and then E10, this plate is going to play around, so you're going to push it to the side, and then this, you just pull out this ignition coil, and it should come without a problem. So mostly it's going to be on the middle one, so the front one right here, it has like some more space for it to come out. So you just take your time, just pull it slowly. So this one is coming out without a problem, just like that. And then the last one right over here, there's this wiring harness blocking it, so we'll have to move this harness on the side. You just remove the dipstick, and then you move this harness over the dipstick, and then we're going to have enough space over here. So once the space is here, and then what we do, we just use our small space available, and then we just like unplug it. So it might take you a minute, but this thing is going to come out without a problem, and then it will expose to you to our spark plugs just right over there. So it's time to remove the spark plugs. So the first one is out, so we go to the middle one. So for the middle one, I'll really advise you to use something like a flex like this, because of this plate, which is kind of like blocking the way. So once you have a flex, that thing is just going to go in there like that, and then you just use whatever tool you have, maybe a ratchet, electric ratchet, and then this thing is going to come without a problem. Same with the last one, which is going to be like over here. This is more like this, more space over here, and then you can just use the flex or whichever tool you have, and then it's going to get it out without a problem. So once this is done, we can put back our spark plugs, the new ones, just like we did on the other side, on the left side. So it's now time, so we'll replace them with the new ones. So once that is done, we put in our ignition coils. So literally we do everything that we've been doing on the other side on reverse. And normally putting back the ignition coil for the middle one right here is going to give you like a problem for a minute, so you just need to use both your hands. So for me, I'm using one hand right now, so it's going to be like a bit tight. But if I use my two hands, this is going to be like an easy process. And lastly, we put in the last one, which is going to be over here. Just take your time, and this thing is going to go in without a problem. Alright, once done, we can just tighten all these bolts. So don't forget to put back your wiring harness. So you bring to where it was before. Make sure it's past this dipstick, all of them. Then make sure it locks right there on the back where it's supposed to lock. There's kind of like a locking kind of like a place over here. So once that is done, we can put back our computer. We can just lock it right over here, and then we can return everything. Can put back the bolt holding the frame, the bracket, and then once that is done, we can put back our intake manifold. Then once that is done, you clear all the cords, maybe on the engine, maybe a misfire, and then you should be good to go. The last thing, do not forget to clear the cords which comes on the engine, and then so that you drive your car peacefully. Now I've verified this car is running good and it's good to go.